very different. Yeah, it feels like a totally different job sometimes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right. Q.
Nice to see you again.
So I have a question for you. It's not directly to what you do, but you fostered a dog about 4 months ago.
Yes.
Yes.
Billionaire.
Can you tell us about it?
Yes, his baby angel sent from God. I follow a bunch of local shelters, and they need fosters because the shelters are full by me. And basically, like, he was going to get put down, and I was like, this is such a small little dog. They said he's, like, healthy and social. Like, I have 2 dogs, so I have to be careful. Like, I can't have a dog that doesn't like dogs. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we were able to get him, and he was an angel. He's the easiest dog I've ever had. You know, if you're going to keep a dog, like, I think he had, like, 10 applications in 1 week. So, he's a dream. Actually, my parents took him, which is crazy. All these other applicants, and my dad's like, I called them, I got the dog. And I was like, what? So, he's a Texas boy now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk about puppies.
Back again.
Hi.
So, at Aspire TV, the words we live by is see yourself here. So I wanted to ask you, when was the first time you experienced something, whether that was a show, a concert, or an event, and you said, I can see myself here in this space?
I don't know. Trying to think. Growing up? It's not a ton of Puerto Ricans. There's like Rosie out there. She's killing it. Tina Turner, I mean, she was pretty rest in peace, Tina. Yeah, that was like probably the best concert I've ever been to. She's very inspiring. She performed, I think it was like a 4-hour concert. She left the stage for like a minute for a costume change. So she was up there dancing, and what was she, like 60 at the time? So God bless, yeah. It's beyond inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're good. Don't scamper. I'm chilling.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you. So, would you describe yourself as a content creator?
Would I describe myself as a what?
As a content creator.
Content creator.
Right. Do those words.
Interesting. Sometimes. As an actor, like, no. Right. But one of my fellow actors and another production member of our show, we do a little live stream called The Post To, and we kind of interview people in the business. Started with just our team. Now we have a lot of other people just about like how they got to where they are in animation, you know, what their path was like, because it seems there's no right answer. So in that way, yes, but it does take a village. Like, I'm part of a team.
Okay, so you would you're a fan of separating filmmakers from content creators, then, is what I'm only asking.
No, not at all. I just think content creators, you're creating the content. When I'm acting, I'm reading someone else's lines. I am not creating it. I'm not directing it. I'm usually not even the sound engineer. So when I do voiceover especially, like, it's very compartmentalized. When I'm doing my live stream, yeah, then I am, you know, handling the mics, I'm handling the speakers, I'm handling the sound, I'm setting up the set, I'm handling the guests, I'm, you know, arranging the content, I'm booking people. So I feel like content creators have to flex a lot more than I do. Yeah.
JB versus the world.
Hi.
What would you say is your favorite, 2-part question, your favorite and least favorite aspect of voice acting?
Oof. Okay. Favorite? There's not like a lot of bad parts to voice acting. It's a pretty sweet gig, I won't lie. Okay, my least favorite is the vocal care. You know, it makes you kind of feel like a diva when you're like, I'm tired, you know, but my doctor always is like, you're like a vocal athlete, and so you have to treat yourself as such. You know, you gotta get lots of sleep, you gotta be drinking all your water, you can't go on vacation and fly in at 2 a.m. and go to work, you know. So I can't be in the booth after sleeping for 2 hours or being out all night. So, that discipline and learning what you need is hard. It's really fun working usually with all of our directors and our voice directors, because it's just very collaborative when you're working on a character, especially in Scratch when the character's like still undergoing and the script's still undergoing so much change. It's definitely one of my favorite parts, just like exploring together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you weren't acting today, what do you think you'll be doing?
I just figured this out. So it was always like, you ever do those career tests in like high school? I kept getting like I should be a soil biologist. Didn't really impress me, or an actor. But I finally figured out the other day, like if I wasn't acting, what would I do? Because I used to think like maybe interior design, maybe cooking, but I think I would be a zoologist. Like I would go back to school, I'd want to work in a zoo, take care of some critters. That would be very fulfilling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mark. I'm with Blurredography.
Hi.
My question to you is, when creating the voice of characters that you are voicing, is it more of, you mentioned a collaborative effort with the directors and things like that. Do you have any artistic creation in the personality of these characters, or do you just let them tell you how they want it and you just work it out that way?
Yeah. That very much varies. Even every director is different, so I won't even say it varies from like TV or whatever, but for example, on the Owl House, right? Lucy's pretty fleshed out. Am I acting? Yes. Am I bringing my personality to her? Yes, but I didn't change the lines. I didn't change a ton of moments. More what happened was sometimes I'd be asking questions. I'd be like, well, then why this? I've gotten the script. I don't understand why this would happen here, why I would say that and not this. So that's kind of the collaboration, but it's still, they'd be like, okay, let's rewrite that line then, that is kind of the level of interaction. Or when it's more like Scratch, when it's earlier on, then there's a lot more input, like, hey, what if she did this, or what if we changed this, or where's this person, that kind of thing. So it varies. Did I answer your question? Great. Hi.
All right, so you talk about how you read lines that people made for you.
Yeah.
But do you have a favorite line from them?
From ever?
From ever. Anything you ever done in
So many. I feel like one that's on like my daily affirmations is like, I'm a ding dang witch. Like sometimes you gotta remember like who you are, when you get in your own head. I like my line in Encanto. I only have one, but it's in the movie, so I like that one a lot too. It's very random.
Thank you.
Thank you.
JB again, and how much improv goes into it when you're in the booth and you're reading something and you're like, okay, maybe we can flex a little bit, or they're like, nah, just cancel that. Like, how much of that goes into play when you're voice acting?
Really varies. So you'll improvise usually like little sounds or fumfers or laughs and stuff like that you can change. But some, content is pretty intensely and pretty like tightly scripted, so you don't change much there. But again, things like Scratch, there's a lot of improv because I've usually not seen the script before. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of all cold reading, maybe not so much as improv, but just like, oh, we're where? Doing what? Okay, so in that sense, yes.